This is Uwa from dataplan.ng. This is video number 3 in our series where we talk about the borrowing credit from the mobile network. Today we shall discuss Airtel and their feature which is called extra credit. Now let me take you to their homepage, Airtel's homepage, and then under pay and recharge, then you see on the Airtime, you see borrow Airtime, it takes you to their Airtime extra credit page. Now Airtel calls their own borrowing feature extra credit, or in some places under their frequently asked questions is also called advanced airtime. Now what is this? Airtel extra credit allows you to borrow airtime when you run out, and this allows you to borrow airtime that can be used for all chargeable services, so you can use it for everything. Calls to other networks, international calls, and browsing. How do you become eligible for this? Well, prepaid customers with registered SIMs are considered based on their monthly recharge frequency and average spend, and customers must have paid up any previous loans and associated charges. You need to have been on Airtel or an Airtel subscriber for at least 3 months. In addition, you have to be a loyal and consistent subscriber using an average of 200 Naira monthly. The minimum extra credit you can get is 25 Naira and the maximum is 2,000 Naira. There are other options as listed on the screen. If I take you to the frequently asked questions where you can get more answers to your commonly asked questions, you'd find that if you want to apply for this credit, you need to dial *500#, and this will provide you with all the denominations or airtimes that are available for you to borrow. As I said previously, you can call other networks, you can make international calls, and you can browse. You must settle any unpaid advanced airtime balance to qualify for more. And any amount that credits your main account triggers a recovery, which is used to clear the advance credit you've been given. If you do not repay your advance within 72 hours, you will not have access to the service and you'll be prevented from doing anything until the amount owed is cleared. And this will adversely affect your advance rating, and the advance rating is what's considered when you apply for further credit. Now, you don't need to have a minimum amount in your main account in order to borrow, and if you borrow less than the amount you're eligible for, you will not be able to borrow anymore until the initial amount borrowed is paid back. Deductions start 72 hours after your initial access to the advance, and your advanced airtime remains intact and will be accessible as soon as you replace your SIM card. That is, in cases where you borrow a new SIM card or you buy a new SIM card, not borrow, but buy a new SIM card or switch SIMs, you will still have access to that credit within the first 72 hours. Now, there is a charge for borrowing credit, and that charge is 15%. 15% service charge is applied to your credit unless you are borrowing 25 Naira, which is 20%. Now, that is the situation with Airtel. You would see that it's quite similar to Glow's offering. Almost identical, with the exception of the 20% that's charged when you borrow 25 Naira, and Glow doesn't have a 25 Naira option, and the maximum amount of credit you can get is 2,000 Naira. Now, this is where we give you dataplan.ng's verdict. As always, we're about getting you value for your money, and in our opinion, paying 20% to borrow 25 Naira credit is quite a lot, or 15% to borrow any amount higher than 25 Naira. So if you can wait. If you cannot wait, look for an area where there's free Wi-Fi, you log onto that Wi-Fi and make your calls via WhatsApp, or you can get the recipient of the call to pay for the call. You can flash the person, or you could borrow a colleague's phone, you could borrow a phone from a stranger. Some people might be able to help you out. And that is where we stand. But if you must borrow the minimum amount you need and repay within 72 hours. Otherwise, you will be kicked out of the system. This is it from dataplan.ng. Thank you very much.